This is exactly right.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
And we know how important it is to take care of it with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one. I've always used CeraVe.
They have little samples at my dermatologist as I'm leaving, and they don't do that with just anything.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.
Summer is for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
Their trained techs help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
Best part? You can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye. Hello and welcome
to My Favorite Murder.
Year 10.
This is the 10-year freaking anniversary.
We have done this podcast. We have said these words to you, listener.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
That's crazy.
For a podcast?
Yeah.
It's unnatural. It doesn't make sense.
It goes against God's will.
God's will of podcasting. Yeah, that's Georgia Hardstark.
That's Karen Kilgariff. Did you ever think that this would become what it's become?
No, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's a decade of podcasting.
Totally. I mean, we just kept saying yes to things and they kept happening.
Yeah.
And that's like what has brought us here today, from my apartment to the pod loft to
Carnegie Hall. Wait, we've never played Carnegie Hall.
No.
Ryman Hall.
Yeah. Sydney
Opera House.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That fancy place in London.
Oh, yeah.
Very fancy and very historical.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done a lot of amazing things.
We have done.
By basically chatting about our hobby.
Yeah. It's been incredible. It's silly because I can't even put into words the way my life has changed since we started in 10 years. I feel so monumental and so huge and so important. And that's why I can't even begin to fathom it, you know?
So the actual date was the 13th of January or the 16th of January?
The 16th.
It was the 16th?
Yeah.
I think it was the 13th.
Okay.
So the actual date was the 13th?
Yeah.
Do you know my mom died on the 9th?
Holy shit. We started podcasting days after your mom died?
Well, with Alzheimer's, it starts a long time before, but I only mention that not to be, dour. But my sister brought that up this morning because she's like, that's not a coincidence. I'm like, it's not a coincidence.
Really?
I don't think so. I mean, to be woo-woo, just to kick it off in the woo-wooest way,
Please.
If anyone's watching over me and helping me make my dreams come true, it's my mom.
Oh my God.
You know?
Pat up there giving you the...
Just being bossy and pushing her way to the front and just being like, sorry, I realize other people have been here a while, but we need to get some stuff taken care of.
Wow.
Because her house is going into foreclosure.
Oh my God. Right. I mean, yeah, all the things we've done and wanted to do. And then, I mean, yeah, I feel very, very lucky and grateful to Pat.
Yeah, to Pat, to Janet, to everybody who got us here.
That's right. I have a present for you.
From me?
Yeah.
I have one for you, too.
See, I got you one because I thought you would, because you always do it.
I don't.
It's like, shit, oh my God, I didn't have to do it.
Wait a second. I got you this beautiful ceramic coffee thing.
I mean, it's silly. It's not like a special thing. It's just like funny, and it made me laugh, and I figured I might as well give it to you now.
Great.
Because I'll forget by your birthday.
Okay.
So, happy 10-year anniversary.
Oh my God,
it's so
honey.
silly. It's so silly.
Did I just pull it right out?
Yeah.
Let's find out about magnets.
It's a vintage book that just says magnets.
Yes.
With two little vintage kids playing with magnets. It's like a science book.
Clearly an old library book.
Totally.
That they ripped that old check it out pocket out of. Oh.
Isn't that incredible?
A long time ago in ancient Greece. Wait, I'm going to tell you what year it's from.
Yes,
Georgia,
please.
This is the most, there's all the stickers. This is from Los Angeles City School Library.
Let me guess. What year? 66.
Ooh, 67.
Shit!
So close.
I can't believe I got that close.
I can. You've doused yourself in shit like this for
that
so long.
Fucking champagne glass of Diet Coke is going over at some point.
Watch this.
You're going to down the whole thing? Mm. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I know you love coffee table books.
I really do.
But I just thought that one was the funniest.
I really love it.
Seen.
That's so good. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Here's the pen you've always wanted.
Thank you.
Can I put this here by Elvis?
Absolutely, with the tinfoil hat on. Because 10 years, a decade anniversary gift is tin.
Is tin.
Or
aluminum.
Aluminum, which what the fuck does that even mean?
I mean, good luck, couples who have to deal with that.
Well, according to brides.com, the decade-long anniversary gift is traditionally tin or aluminum, which symbolizes the strength and resilience of your marriage.
Hey.
I mean...
the proof is in the pudding.
Right.
I mean...
right.
It's...
Teflon. That's us.
That's right. There's been a lot of... and I've said this, and people have said it to me too, where it's like... and you've said it to me. Mm-hmm. You and I are the only ones who know what this has been like in this way, this firsthand way.
Totally.
It's really weird because it is this very singular experience. It's very, very estranged, like winning the lottery style experience, but way better.
Yeah.
But then there's just this other person in the world that's also like, yep, I was there too.
It's so, Vince has been there with us the whole time. And he can experience it. He can, talk about it. But it being about you, it's so much pressure. There's so much writing on you not being a stupid fucking asshole. It's just a lot of pressure. And a lot of big experiences.
And experiences.
We're the only ones who know what that's exactly like.
And there's no training for what we have experienced because there might be now.
Yeah, exactly. I think there is now. But when 2016, when we started doing this, there was not anything like this out there, which is fucking cool, I think.
It's pretty cool. Well, hats off to Last Podcast on the Left.
Always.
They were the first. They were the original true crime comedy podcast.
We definitely use them as a jumping off point of what it could be.
But I think that idea of I think before that, podcasts were very niche, very dependent on what you were into, but comedy nerds like comedy podcasts or true crime obsessives were listening to true crime. But this idea that it's all going to get elevated, people are going to pay more attention, more people are going to come. Yeah. And that means you have to be media literate. Right. You have to be aware of what you're saying and, say the facts. Don't spread misinformation. There's a real responsibility that just was not there when we started and we weren't aware of.
Right. And we I think the fact that we were able to
we adapted.
Thank you.
We did that a lot.
We adapted on the fly, and I think that's really a big part of this. But obviously, the biggest part is our listeners and you guys sticking with us and going on this crazy, yes, I'll say it, journey.
It has been a true spiritual journey.
Yeah. And none of it would happen if you guys weren't listening. So thank you so fucking much.
Yeah, that part of it to me has been the most unbelievable, mind-blowing because the amount of people and the love and passion with which they talk to us. I mean, I'm just talking about the ones who have talked to us and the ones who have played along with us this whole time. It's just an incredible gift, obviously.
Yeah, it's a very special, it feels like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And
I want to do it again, though. Differently.
Can we please not?
Could we never again?
Should we get into it?
Yeah, we still have to do business. Look, we're very responsible podcasters, obviously. So we know there's some reading to be done right now.
We've had to become responsible podcasters.
They gave us a network.
It only took us a decade.
That's right.
But
so we've really
built
it up. You know, there's all kinds of podcasts on our network.
Yeah. Hey, here's a couple podcasts that are on Exactly Right Media.
For example, Bananas, the Weird News podcast. And this week over on Bananas, Kurt and Scotty review their strangest headlines of 2025. From a radio station that went viral for playing a harmonica on a loop for hours to Bahrain, the dog who won a downhill ski race. It's the kind of unhinged best of that only Bananas can deliver.
And over on Ghosted by Roz Hernandez, Roz is over the moon about the return of Patton Oswalt.
Aww.
They get into Australia's spookiest haunted doll, Baba Vanga's 2026 prophecy about extraterrestrial contact, and Patton's favorite conspiracy theories.
Very fun. Very tin hat.
Yeah.
Then on Brief Recess, Michael and Melissa are discussing the ICE raids in Minneapolis. Then they talk to Yua Hamasaki from RuPaul's Drag Race. This show has everything.
Truly. And on Trust Me, Lola and Megan are joined by journalist and filmmaker David Ferrier. He talks about his reporting on Arise Church, the largest megachurch in New Zealand, and their disturbing pattern of exploitation.
David Ferrier made that documentary Tickled. Did you ever see that?
Oh my God.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
And when he came to record with Trust Me, he was waiting outside while I went out to get in my car. And I was like, that's David Ferrier. And so I was trying to figure out how to say something to him where I was like, hi, I'm Karen and whatever. Yeah. And I was like, kind of like trying to figure it out. And then the producer of the show just stepped outside and was like, oh, David, right in here. And then he just went inside. I never said hello to him or anything.
It's your company. You could have been like, hi, welcome to my office.
Hi, do you need to get in? I have a passcode. Like, I really could have bawled out. And instead, I just stood there kind of trying to figure something out.
Good.
Classic move. Okay. Now, due to popular demand, we were just on tour. Very fun, very exciting. We had amazing tour merch that everyone loved and everyone talked about. And so, because the people have spoken, we want to give them what they want. Our 2025 tour merch is now available in the Exactly Right store. It's your chance to grab posters, totes, and apparel from our live shows.
I have something. I have a poster.
I have a tote.
Look at this beautiful poster.
Oh, it's big.
This artwork for like the posters and the like tour official merch is by Daphne Sabane, and she did such an incredible job. There was a different logo for every city.
Yeah.
And it would all have something to do with like the city's flower or the state flower, the animal that went along with it. And there were all these like beautiful, deep meanings behind them.
Yes.
It was so thoughtful.
It was amazing. And then this was just the overall tour. So we got the cool Panthers just if you just wanted the general tour. But then like Georgia's poster there, that's the Denver specific poster. So all of these items are available. Plus, not just that.
Oh, cool. I want that tote.
The tote's good. I want this sweatshirt, which is just a classic.
Yes.
So cute.
That's so simple the way you like a simple and a murderino on the side.
Do you dare me to wear this to Marshall's? Because I will. I will.
I love it. What else you got?
Oh, well, very exciting. We also have 10-year anniversary merch.
That's right. So in celebration, we have brand new merch. It's the MFM Collegiate Crew Neck.
And we have a monitor to show you pictures on.
A monitor. There's a red flag crew neck. It looks like you went to college at My Favorite Murder University.
Yeah.
So all us dropouts can now have our own
right?
college gear.
It's a new approach to the idea of sister schools. Now it's like the sisters who could not get their homework done.
That's right.
Come on.
It's designed by our graphic designer, Vanessa Lilac. It's so fucking cool.
Yes.
It's so fucking cool. So the presale for this goes from January 15th through the 21st. So you have to order it in that time period to own it. So go to exactlyrightstore.com to see everything that's available, including the new merch and the 2025 tour merch.
Also, Vanessa, aside from that main design, Vanessa designed a lot of our tour merch as well. Yeah. So this is Vanessa's design.
Yeah.
The little deer that says,
so cute.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I think so.
That's her.
I love it.
Some great stuff. Guys, it's our anniversary. We got to sell. We always got to sell. That's who we are.
Got to keep the lights on in this office of ours.
Yeah, God damn it. So We had this idea of a good way to celebrate our 10th anniversary would be kind of to review, to ask the listeners what, in your opinion, were the top 10 moments of the last 10 years?
Yeah.
So many
because we can't remember
from.
most of them.
Yeah.
And we thought, well, who could read this to us? We can't just read it to each other. That would be weird.
That's narcissistic.
So basically, we have a special guest here.
Who is also the number 10 on the list.
That's right. None other than
Stephen Ray Morris. That's right.
Yay!
And he is here with us today to celebrate our 10th anniversary.
Stephen!
Oh my God.
I've been unleashed from my tomb. Feels weird. I'm like not on the floor, you know? Or I didn't come with anything. Yeah, it's so
exactly.
surreal.
Where's your spiral notebook that you're supposed to be taking your notes
Unprepared.
in? It's so nice to see you
it's
again.
so good to see you. Oh my gosh.
Stephen.
The last time I saw you was like a whirlwind at like 1 a.m. and you still had to like say hi to so many people.
Yeah, at our LA show.
That's right.
That's so funny.
The applause that Stephen got at our LA show was so beautiful. And so like watching you receive that where you're just kind of like, holy shit, it was so sweet.
No, it was really fun. Those were some really fun shows. And again, it was one of those things where it was like, there's like whole camera people moving around, but like, I don't know, it just felt like we were back in the apartment. It was crazy.
know.
Did you get a lot of fans coming up to take pictures with you?
Yeah, it was. I got mobbed a little bit, but it was. I was like, I think they did this on purpose.
No, they love you.
Well, they're so happy to see you. And they always, I think every mini-sode, every email you get shouted out.
Yeah.
I mean, like you are a part of the show
Hello
forever.
to everyone and Stephen. Yeah.
I still left like my signature at the bottom. You know, they're still like writing into the email.
Stephen will be out.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, Stephen made his debut as our engineer on episode 23, and he was our editor, our fact checker, and my cat sitter.
Yes.
So-
Oh my gosh.
And all things to all people, you did it all for us, Stephen.
No,
Yeah. You really did.
It's just so surreal. It's just what you guys have done here is amazing. Like, I was like peeking around every corner. Like, I have to see everything.
We have an office.
I know. Now there's not somebody like playing Call of Duty downstairs from your place or like, you know.
Oh, yeah. We used to get a little bleed through Call of Duty sometimes.
Fireworks, helicopters.
Literal fires.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Ghost
so
train.
crazy.
Ghost train. Oh, yeah, that's right. And when the
that's
loft
right.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw Coyote like walking back to your car one time. It's like full nature, like surreal. Like we're in a movie right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. We have, well, if there's anyone in the world that understands what we have been through besides you and I, it is Stephen Ray Morris.
Very true.
Oh my gosh.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
10 years ago, no one in America knew what a skin barrier was.
It's time to take care of your skin with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one.
Formulated with 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide to provide long-lasting hydration and 12-hour oil control. I've been using CeraVe for over a decade, I would think. And now it's getting super trendy. And I don't know why, it just makes me proud that something I've used for so long is like cool on socials now. But it really does work. And that's why it's been around so long.
No matter your skin type or concern, CeraVe has facial cleansers perfect for you and your skin barrier.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. The future has an annoying habit of always showing up.
That's why now is a great time to start planning ahead.
Enter Acorns.
Acorns is a smart way to give your money a chance to grow. You can sign up in minutes and start automatically investing, even if it's your spare change.
The Acorns potential screen shows you the power of compounding and how your money could grow over time. You can quickly adjust how much you're investing every day, week, or month to make sure you're always building towards your goals.
Whether you're just starting out or thinking about settling down, Acorns supports your big and small goals across every stage of life. Sign up now and Acorns will boost your new account with a $5 bonus investment.
Join the over 14 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $27 billion with Acorns.
Head to acorns.com/MFM or download the Acorns app to get started.
Paid non-client endorsement compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns.
Tier 2 compensation provided, potential subject to various factors such as customers' accounts, age, and investment settings.
Does not include Acorns fees. Results do not predict or represent the performance of any Acorns portfolio. Investment results will vary. Investing involves risk.
Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/MFM. Goodbye.
Summer means a whole new world for your feet.
They're walking more, sweating more, and going barefoot all day long.
For summer feet that need real comfort, there's Bombas.
Bombas has a whole line of sport-specific socks for golf, yoga, the gym, and every kind of runner.
They also make soft, supportive compression socks that are especially great for summer travel.
Bombas sandals and slides are made from super lightweight, cushy, waterproof EVA foam, so they feel incredibly comfortable.
And the best part? For every item you buy, Bombas donates an essential clothing item to someone facing housing insecurity, with over 200 million donations and counting.
I wore my Bombas compression socks on the plane ride to and from Italy. And listen, I'm a girl of a certain age at this point. It needs to be done. And I felt so comfy and so secure with my cute little Bombas socks.
So head over to bombas.com/MFM and use code MFM for 20% off your first purchase.
That's BOMBAS.com/MFM, code MFM at checkout.
Goodbye. Are you ready to walk us through the top 9? Now 9. The top 9.
Yeah,
yes.
You're number 10.
Yeah.
We narrowed it down to 9. And then, I feel like the first one, number 9, is like just talking about like combining true crime and comedy. I mean, obviously getting your perspective on this, but anyone I've talked to, it's like getting to hear your friends tell you a story, your cool aunts, like that kind of thing at a party, which is kind of, I mean, that was how the show started, basically.
Yeah.
So surreal.
Yeah. There was never like a let's report on it. It was almost like a let's gossip. Not gossip, because that's obviously, it was like a darker than that thing, or it was like, let's get this out of our brains where it's not doing any good to anyone.
Well, also, I think we had talked about ingesting that same kind of media. Yeah. And then it's like, but no one ever talked about ingesting it and receiving it. It was always like you were supposed to act like a reporter if you were going to talk about this. And we were basically like, we're not going to do that. We're almost going to do the opposite and see what happens, because it's the conversation around what we have, the conversation around the staircase. And do you, how in the world could you believe in the owl theory?
Right.
And then,
it's almost like the Halloween conversation when we first met. We just took that onto, what are these called? Microphones.
Yes. For what's it called? A decade.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like, was this on mic or not? Like it felt like that. Like, what was your favorite forensic file episode? What was your favorite unsolved mystery? Like,
totally
that kind of thing.
It actually just reminded me of you saying it being on mic that I think one of the biggest reasons that we got Stephen and needed Stephen was because I used to do a weird thing with the microphones we were using. Do you remember that? Where I was creating this insane sound problem because I would shake the mic sometimes when I was talking. And you'd be like, and I think they were your mics, and they look like the mic you use at a school talent show. Yeah. So it was just like, I would be like making a point or something, and I'd go like that, and then it would shake the bottom, and the bottom was loose, and it was all, and it was like, finally it was like, we need an engineer. We need someone else besides us to help us do this.
Right.
I mean, just like if people knew how cheap those first microphones, it's like one step above karaoke, But I mean, again, it was one of those things like every, Wednesday or Tuesday night or whatever, just getting together I felt like to unwind from our day jobs at the time. I don't know.
Yeah. For real.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I remember once there was something that was going, some drama, some big thing that you had to help us with. And I remember just being like, thank you so much, Stephen. And you go, hell yeah, I'm ride or die. And then I was like, oh my God, that's the best.
Yeah.
You really were.
Yeah. I mean, it was my favorite thing to do every week. We actually got to like just talk. You guys like talked into microphones about this thing that was fascinating, and the fact that like, again, even by the time I was helping you out, like the show was like getting to number 1 on the podcast charts, and like
it was episode 23. So I think we had just shitty equipment because we never expected it to go beyond like 5 episodes, and like for anyone to listen to it. Yeah. So then it was like, oh no, we have to actually be like
slowly
professional.
Investing,
We have to do this better.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, obviously that takes us like to number 8, MFM and pop culture. I think speaking of that, the Entertainment Weekly, that to me was like, but I mean, for both of you, like when did you feel like you're like, oh, this is like the biggest thing? Or like people, talking about it. Like you see in Yellow Jackets, I feel like was another insane.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. That's right. We would get these emails that were like, can we have permission to use your logo? And we're like, the logo Georgia made.
Right.
It's just like, sure, you have permission.
Like
those
the
kinds
Christina
of
Ricci, she had like a mug, right?
Yeah.
In Dilla Jackets.
That's there it is.
That is the OG.
Wow.
That is my mock-up of what it could look at before we even started recording.
Yeah.
And I remember making that in like a cafe because I didn't have Wi-Fi at home. It was like that time of my life. I couldn't afford to like pay Wi-Fi. So I was in a cafe and I was supposed to be writing like a submission for like a writing job, like one of like my first, like at a food magazine. And I was like, oh, I really fucking need this job. Like, what am I going to do? And like, I don't want to do that right now. I want to make this instead. Like the thing that's not making me any money and the thing I just want to do for fun. Yeah.
That's right.
And like, it turned out that was the thing that I should have been working on.
I mean, that's the theme song is Take Two, I believe.
Yes.
Oh,
like,
that's
it's
right.
just like My Favorite Murder theme song, Take Two .m4a. Like,
Oh my God.
you know, like right off your phone, like
Holy shit.
unchanged.
I always thought, well, I remembered it this way, but that makes more sense because I probably screwed it up the first time. But I always remember it being just me sitting down and being like, here's an example of what it could sound like.
Yeah, yeah.
And then just sending it to Georgia and then it being like, yeah. And then that's what it is. And that's what it remains. I think there's those things like that where it's like, that's a good piece of advice for people. It's just like, don't mess with things too much.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be perfect. Just like put it out there and see.
Well, it felt like, the things that you were ingesting, the stories at the time, it was just like, all right, we get to talk about it. And then it's like fresh on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was something that I feel like not everyone was doing, it was like that because it's like if you make a movie or a TV show or something, it takes like months or years or again working on shows where you're like in a writer's room for 6 months and then they start coming out, but it was like, oh no, we're responding to like things in real time.
We don't have time to like make it precious and make it perfect.
Just get
or
it out
even
there.
think about should we be saying this at all. And also, again, thanks to Stephen, because it got to be timely like that because you would leave those records and then stay up all night editing those shows. It's hilarious. I mean, the dedication.
We were supposed to be recording on like Tuesdays, and I think at least half the time we were like, shit, we can't record until Wednesday night, not knowing how long it took to edit.
Nothing
Again,
nothing
it was
about
when
it.
we were neighbors, so I could just walk over.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God.
So crazy.
I also really loved when you guys were on The Simpsons. To me, that's also like another, like thing that you enjoy as a fan, and then you get to like see it.
Yeah.
I think that was a maybe like teary-eyed moment for me when we were, it was like a podcasting episode or a true crime podcasting episode. And they had drawn our caricatures as like true crime podcasting, names, and our names and face, like Simpsons faces were on there. And Simpsons to me when growing up was one of the most important things in my entire life. Like one of the reasons I think I'm slightly funny is because of watching The Simpsons for as long as I did.
Yeah.
And that just felt like that was something I could send to my brother and he would get it.
I mean, I saw that picture. I just couldn't. To see yourself Simpsonified is wild. To know it's actually in an episode. Yeah. That was really a humbling experience. It was really the craziest honor. And then full circle of like somebody on our Facebook page in the comments made up the name Murderino.
Right.
It's stolen from The Simpsons.
Right.
So it's like perfect.
Yeah.
It's like instead of suing us, they put us on the show. It's so nice of them.
That was one of those, that moment and Jeopardy are two moments that it felt like, okay, whatever fucking happens in life historically, you can't take that away from me ever. You know what I mean? Like it will always have been on Jeopardy and on Simpsons.
So if you want to see any of these things we're talking about, go to our social media. You can see all those pictures if you haven't already.
Right. We're posting a lot of cute stuff for the 10-year anniversary this week, so check it out.
I know, even just being in here, like seeing all this stuff is like
I know,
so surreal.
The collection.
Has that like appreciation of those things, do you think you appreciate it more now? Because I feel like at the time, just even remembering like the scramble for the three of us, like going through Twitter, going through Facebook, like trying to just source any of this stuff because it was just like every week we were just like, okay, we need to just focus on the episode now. And then I don't know.
Well, it's like a living scrapbook kind of where you don't. And that's the thing is like, I feel like scrapbook people are such future geniuses. Like when you were talking about doing stuff for future Georgia, that it finally makes sense to me because it's like now, you look around and you see this stuff and you're like, I remember when that person handed that to me at a live show or when they sent it in and we're like, this is what I do for a living, but I also want to do it for you. Like, it's such a beautiful kind of way to keep time and like to keep 10 years. It's like we have a lot of this stuff with people that wanted to play along with us.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like the feeling, I don't know how you felt when they recreated the pod loft in that New York, you know, like speaking of scrapbooking.
In New York.
In New York. Yeah.
At the On Air Festival.
So cool. And then at the Microsoft Theater Halloween show, they recreated the fucking pod loft. Like I think there's so many moments from this podcast and from 10 years that I keep saying to myself that are so incredible and overwhelming. And if I stopped and thought about them, I think I'd like short circuit. So they've been like, I'm going to emotionally deal with this later.
When I'm 67.
Exactly.
And yes.
I can't do it right now because like if you think about how many people are listening to your voice right now, you can't fucking speak. So it's just like, I'm not going to worry about it right now. In the future, as an old lady, I'm going to be like, that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
What?
I'm doing a bit where that's what I'm doing to you right now. But I can't do a not speaking bit unless you're not speaking.
Yeah, unless you're watching, right?
I mean, it is that kind of thing where
surreal.
I think we were very good about keeping it. It's like, you can't think about those numbers and you can't think about the, it's that idea. I think at some point, one of the many problems that we had to all solve together, and it was like, look, we're not looking for a consensus here. We're not trying to. We didn't do something to be super popular for millions of people. We did something for each other and for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it's like, and then it went somewhere, which I think is the advice if people are looking for it, where it's like, please yourself and make yourself laugh or interest yourself, because you can't think of it that way or you will totally melt down.
No, I always feel like it's like telling people, it's like, can you have a fun conversation with somebody where, I mean, again, back in the early days, it was like seeing you two make each other laugh or discovering something new was always like, so, it's like that's when I was like in my notebook, like writing the things that you guys said, like that's the stuff where it's like, if you can do that, like, I feel like you can do anything.
And thank God we took those and made them into the show titles instead of using the fucking number puns.
I mean,
number
79 was pretty good.
Yeah.
We had a couple good ones, but also that just makes me think of Georgia would always have either a pot of coffee or her old coffee from the morning, and Stephen and I would have a big old cup of like 7:30 coffee.
Yes.
And just be like, let's do this thing.
We're supercharged, plus Diet Coke.
Yes.
Whiskey for me, always.
Yeah, we're going all in different directions. I think that's what made it work.
We all need our own special form of...
Just lighting off. Like the fireworks that went off one time in the middle of recording.
Oh, my God.
And all the cats like scattered.
Yeah.
Ugh. Wait, so then when like number 7, writing the book, Stay Sexy, Don't Get Murdered, like,
nice.
Was that a moment where you had to like actually sit down? Because that was, to me, the fun and surprising thing about reading it was like you had to like, or when you were talking about it and getting into it, you're like, oh, we actually have to like write about our whole life.
Yeah.
That was,
like, what was that like?
That was one of the hardest. I don't think we expected. Oh, hey, look.
Oh, look.
Oh, there it is.
That's a very bitter look on my face right there. I'm very angry.
I'm stoked because that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my entire fucking life. We didn't really know what it was going to be. It turned out to be like a memoir in a lot of ways of the stupid, painful things we've done and gone through that make it so that we're the people who you can trust to deliver these pieces of advice to, which means you had to like dig deep. Every note I would get from Allie, our incredible editor, was like, what did it feel like? Tell me more about how hard that moment was or how awful it was. It's just like, it was a lot of therapy at the time.
Yeah, it was incredible. Well, and also just the opportunity. It's like everybody knows, like, if you get a popular thing, if you get over a certain number of people that will pay attention to it, you'll get a book deal or you'll get a blank or you'll get a blank. And when that came through, it was like, well, this could just be another perfunctory thing that gets done because that's what gets done. But then it's like, but we could really do something with this. Like, and also we are not true crime journalists again and again we say. So it's like, we don't have to worry about that. It's like, we can just talk about the one thing we know. Like I felt so much comfort in that because it's just like, we don't have to pretend like suddenly in the middle of all this, we don't have to pretend to be something. It's like, we'll just keep on doing what we've been doing and hopefully it'll work.
I think that was probably the writing a book is something I'd always wanted to do in my life. Like that was a life goal. I didn't know how the fuck it was going to happen because I didn't go to college and
Same.
And so getting that opportunity was like, this is a once in a lifetime thing that you've always wanted. Don't fuck it up. Like make yourself proud of it. And there are times like these days, I mean, like even now, years later, sometimes I'm like, I feel lazy or I haven't done anything. And then I'm like, you wrote a book.
You wrote a fucking book.
That cannot be taken away. It was a fucking #1 bestseller on fucking New York Times. That can't be taken away.
And I'll never forget, people will tell you they like it, but whatever. So now you've achieved this dream, but maybe it's actually not good or blah, blah, blah. Right. But the reviews were good. Yeah. So I just kept looking for like, okay, well, where's the bad thing so that, I can take this all apart in my negative way. Right. And it was just like, couldn't do it. And then people to this day, like, bring it to us to sign or tell us how much it meant to us. Like, it's incredible. It's crazy.
I do still think it's great. I'm like really proud of us. I really am. I'm just, there's nothing about it that I would change.
Plus you got Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti in the audiobook. What more do you want?
I forgot. How did that even happen?
Because I did the running joke of like people would ask us if we were going to do like a Q&A episode. People would ask us who would play you in the movie. Yeah. And you said the people that people have told you look like. And then, of course, I said Paul Giamatti. And then I guess someone told Paul Giamatti that. And so then he was trying to get a hold of us to be like, I listened to your podcast and I liked it or something. And one day I woke up and there was an email from a random email where it's like, the fact that I didn't delete it is a miracle because it'd be like, I don't know who this is from, but I read it anyway. And it was like, you people are harder to get a hold of. And it was written in this perfect Paul Giamatti voice. And then it was like, thank you for saying nice things about me. Your delight. He basically heard we were talking about him. So went and listened to the podcast and was like, I like your podcast. And I was like, well, then I'm going to do the gross Hollywood thing and say, would you like to read a chapter? And he was like, sure. And then I was totally sure he was going to just flake later on, just like tell me yes. And he did it. He
so cool.
did it.
What a mensch.
So surreal.
So
and then,
good.
I mean, again, just expanding outward because we were talking a little before, but just the number 6 is touring. Like, when did you decide that you were like, we have to do this? And then how did you, I mean, again, like I think in 2019, you guys toured from January to May.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it.
We just wanted to do a live show, there were some podcast festivals and they were fun and made sense to what we were doing. Yeah. So we were like, well, let's do our own live show, like outside of a podcasting event.
Yeah, it seemed like that's what a lot of comedy podcasters did, where it's like people go and they put up one of those folding tables and then, you line up some mics and you sit there and you do your podcast and people can see you in real life. Yeah. So I was like, well, I'll call the Bell House. That's where a lot of comics that I know in New York like do stuff like that. And we'll just, see what happens. And so many people tried to buy tickets that the guy called me like, what the fuck is going on? Because we fucked up their whole day and probably their week with the amount, like it sold out immediately, the whole thing. And that was when we started to get the sense of like, oh, we don't understand how big this is. And we don't understand that it's like, we sold out the Bell House. That's
a big deal.
That's a big deal. It was a huge deal to me.
Yeah. I think this last tour that we were on too was really cool because for our LA shows, I've since talked to a lot of people who I'm really close. We hadn't toured in 6 years. So there's actually people that I'm very close with that I didn't know then. Oh, wow. And so hadn't seen the live shows or hadn't been to a live show. So they came and they're like, oh, I didn't understand. You're always stressed. I didn't totally understand it until I went to a live show and heard and saw everyone like when you walked out. I didn't realize what a big fucking deal it was.
That same thing happened. My friend Lark, who now does my hair, I invited him to come. And he just told me when he was doing my roots the other day, he was like, he goes, you didn't tell me anything about what that was going to be like. I thought I was going to go support you. Like I was going to be nice and be in the audience for you. He goes, I was so embarrassed when I got to the Pasadena Civic Auditorium or whatever. He said, like, I had no idea and you didn't tell me. And I was like, I'm like not a detail person.
Yeah. What do you say? Like, here's how many listeners we have. Here's our numbers. Please come to this show. You don't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was definitely a lot of like, oh, okay, this is bigger than what I thought, which is kind of rad.
I mean, when we did Anaheim, I got to stand on stage where I saw Michelle Branch in high school. So that was just like, oh my God, everyone, you have no idea.
It's so incredible.
That was such a good show when Georgia did the Disneyland.
Yes.
The Death to Disneyland. I've been wanting to do that for so long.
Is there live show memories that stick out to you? I think of like the person crawling in the audience because they were so drunk.
The fun part about especially that first year of touring was we were out with a bunch of people who were like, they were friends with us. And so it really was like you just went and did a live show with all your friends in the audience where they were heckling us and they wanted to be a part of it and all of it. But at the same time, that dynamic that none of us had gotten before, which is this is what happens when we do this part. This is what they're doing while we do this part.
Like pockets, having a dress with pockets gets a huge round of applause. Like, what? Okay, that's our thing.
Yep. No one would understand. But it's like, but everyone understands because we're all kind of the same in that way.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, those early days, the Portland shows were always amazing. Yeah. I think my family coming to the Oakland shows and seeing me and having that same experience of we didn't understand what this was. And then, of course, never forget the Arizona show. I think it was Tempe or
in the Round,
Phoenix.
Oh yeah, we did
the show in the Round. The show where the stage was spinning in a circle,
slowly spinning.
Because I'm trying to remember, but I feel like the way you described it was just like
it was almost unnoticeable until suddenly you looked up and the person you had been looking at was back.
Not there, And for that, I would say it was too fast because it was almost like for people in a musical, it was perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
But for podcasting, it was insane. It was like we could only focus on each other because we're just like it was so crazy and so funny. And no one told us that it was in the Round or on a moving stage. No. So walking out onto stage, we were discovering all of it at the same time. It was hilarious.
Did you do a full rotation? I never asked.
Multiple.
Did you do like
multiple? Went around multiple times.
I think it went around 20 or 30 times during the length of an hour. Oh yeah.
It was pretty good. It was good fodder though.
It was it was insanity. And then that show had the best hometown, I think, of all time. Great. She did an amazing job.
I mean, some of those hometowns were people were like, even just the most recent, the LA shows, everyone is just like so excited. I forget, like, do you have like a favorite hometown person or just like, I mean, there was marriage proposals, like there was like all kinds of stuff. People came on stage, guests.
I mean, if it's favorite person, then I would pick our drunk friend from Washington, D.C., who could only say Lorena Bobbitt 15 times. And she tried and she was there and she was loving life. And, it was just... Georgia had to pick from 50 feet away. Yeah. And this woman was waving her hand like, we told her the rule. Yeah. You can't be too drunk. Maybe we made up the rule you can't be too drunk after her.
Yeah.
No, you always framed it. You're like, there was a whole thing that people had to pay attention. We were like, everyone settle down for a moment.
Yes. Please stop.
These are the qualifications. Now go.
Yeah. Be a good storyteller. Yeah. Know what you're doing. Yeah. All those things. But this gal.
Yeah. And I do love that, like, the kind of just unexpectedness of it all, where it's just you're fucking hoping this person delivers. And when they deliver, it's powerful, but it's even more so because it's not planned at all. It's just so incredible.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like a person that's like, I am the city's district attorney, where you're like, you're listening to this podcast. Like, oh my God. Yeah.
Did the touring this time feel different?
I mean, it just felt like a gift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. After like not doing it for so long, having it kind of be like, we don't have to do it. It's not like required. Yeah. And then being able to like film it. Yeah. There was just a lot to it that was like, it felt very like be in this here now, be in the now right now and really love it. Because it was those first, I mean, The back-to-back years were hard, and it was the hardest version of touring.
Yeah.
Multi-cities in a weekend.
Yeah.
Thank God for
Crazy.
Vince. Oh my God.
I know. Vince really,
He tour managed the hell out of that thing when he got in there and saved it for sure. It was nuts. There was that one show, maybe it was Vancouver, that it was just the best audience, like the response and the stories. And I think it was Vancouver. It was... They bubble up, but then like if I sat here long enough, I would name every single one.
Well, and also I feel like over the years of just like wanting to pick the stories. I mean, I was embarrassed too when we were doing Kansas City, and then was like looking at Kansas murders. I was like, oh, Karen, I'm so sorry. This is Kansas City, Kansas, not Kansas City, Missouri.
I mean,
like,
that's on them though. Yeah. Like, come on.
What are you doing?
Supposed to...
You cannot name
so close to each
two
other.
cities the same.
No.
Yeah.
And one that doesn't even belong to the same. No.
Irresponsible. Not our fault. Not your fault at all.
Thank you. I needed that closure.
Yes, no, we're fine.
Is there like a story that you were glad that you did live versus doing at home?
The live story choosing part is so hard because it has to be so many things that it can't be, or it can't be so many things that it can be when it's just the two of us.
Yes.
Because you don't want to bum out a whole fucking audience.
There's just a different expectation, and we had to learn it by doing it, which is a tough way to learn on stage live show. I mean, that actually is the definition of stand-up comedy. It's kind of an awful experience, but then you like the improvement and the kind of you make these little changes and you're like, okay, here's the parameter, here's what we will talk about here. And also just if we have a room full of, if we're lucky, 2,000 people, how are we going to maximize this experience so that this is like kind of best case scenario for this city, this audience.
Right, what do they want? And then also to remember that when they're booing, they're usually not booing us. They're booing the story.
Yeah, at what point were you like, okay, they're not booing for
Never. I'm still like, what? Are you mad? What did I say? What did we do?
That's why I used to get so angry at when they would heckle because it was like the old me of like, if you're saying anything, that means you're against me.
Yeah.
Where it's like, these are people that just want to talk. Also, they finally get to talk back to you and they really want to do it.
And they had drinks before and a meetup. And so they're very drunk.
There's all kinds of reasons.
I mean, I also love seeing both of you meting everybody afterwards.
Yeah, the meet and greets are fucking special.
So fun.
And people just were like this, like ready because they just had the thing. Like in New Zealand, somebody had ice cream with them the whole show, like that kind of stuff. Like, do you remember any like specific
so many
gifts
good
or
gifts.
like things like that?
I forgot the Australian New Zealand. There was amazing experiences. I got proposed to. Remember that?
No.
I got proposed to. A woman brought her rugby player husband. She's like, Karen, I want you to see what a real one looks like in real life. Like, it was that we had some great ones.
It's so funny because after the show, you're like just completely emotionally drained. It just takes a lot out of you. And then you have to do this like 100-person meet and greet. But then you're also like, they're bringing me the coolest fucking gifts. And like every other person has some like either ceramic beautiful thing that they made for you or a fucking bag full of candy. Or like a Siamese cat stuffed animal. Like it's just... It's like then you can't sleep all night because you have so much like endorphins running through you because it's just such a cool experience. And then it's people getting to tell you like how long they listened and like what you were there with them for.
Yeah.
And that's just like you don't get that when it's just sitting in a studio recording. And we hadn't had it for so long. And like we'll run into people on the street who will like say hi and introduce themselves. But just that onslaught that you get when you're touring it's life-giving.
Yeah.
Did when the people tell you they go back to school for that?
Yeah. So many like I became a this and I went back to school for that, or I left this relationship because of this, or I went to, there's so many, I went to therapy because you guys talked about it. And that to me is like the fucking point of it all. It's so cool.
No, I had a friend who was telling me like growing up, like I didn't think mental health was like a thing until they listened to the show. That was very touching.
And also, I love the fact that was just the coincidence of both you and I not giving a shit. Like, I was raised by a mother who's a psychiatric nurse. Yeah. You were raised where therapy was very much like fine and good and a part of your life. And so it was just this weird, we didn't know better. And then we were like everybody else is interpreting it as like, you allowed other people, where we're like, no, we just love talking about ourselves.
It's also like, what'd you do today? I went to therapy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just talking about my day and like something cool my therapist said.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I didn't, and like the medication change I'm going through right now. It's like just part of my life. But the fact that like, I think because of that, people didn't, we made it not a big deal to talk about. And so it's not a big deal.
And we get credit for as if we planned it and we didn't.
Number 5 on this list is creating the podcast network. Exactly right. Like, again, this space is bigger than I think the original network studio, basically.
You mean the original studio where you couldn't flush the bathroom toilet while people were recording because they were 5 feet away from each other, if not less?
Yeah. We always say like they gave us a network, and it really did start with like a deal that was being struck, and part of the deal was they want you to have your own network. So that is how it started, and we said, awesome, let's do it. But I don't think they expected us to do it ourselves the way we, of course, would never let anyone else fucking do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it was that idea probably at the time. They're like, well, if this true crime podcast is popular, then that'll be a network with a bunch of other true crime podcasts. Yeah. And then, of course, very quickly, we found that it's like in sales, it doesn't work that way because we will eat up all of the advertising. There was all the kind of business behind the logic of it. And so then we were like, well, we have plenty of hilarious friends who are not interested in true crime at all. And they're podcasters. And we got to, the way I used to say, it's very hacky, but it's like, we got to build our own Marvel universe of all the people around us, where it's like everybody can't be Superman. You know what I mean? If everybody's flying around with their laser vision, it's a little boring. We need everybody that's like, we need an Aquaman and we need a Storm. There's no way these people are all in the Marvel universe. And I know there's people that are furious right now. Furious that I would be cross-promoting these characters.
Well, I think that what happened was they thought that we were just going to churn out a bunch of My Favorite Murders to make them a shit ton of money. And I think we pissed off a lot of fucking people because we were like, that's not what we want to do. That doesn't really happen that way. And like, we want to do it our way. So I think...
Well, you're picking things that resonate with you. And you're like, I want to listen to that.
Exactly.
Like, this podcast will kill you. Or like,
right.
Just any of the kind of shows like Bridger just getting to open presents and be mad about it. Like,
be super pissed all the time. Yeah. This podcast will kill you is Georgia's favorite podcast. And then I remember she was just like, I think this would work because it's thematically similar, but it's not on point, where it's just like, yes, like those kinds of, that's how you pick Trust Me. That same thing where it's like, we do podcasting because we like podcasts and we listen to podcasts. So it all did make sense. But the build of it was just like, how are we going to do this? And how are we going to keep on doing this? And it really did become its own separate job. It's it's crazy.
Yeah. What is it like now? I feel like...
Well, now we have like 40 employees. I mean, it's just built and built.
I got lost on the way here.
It was definitely way, way more work than we thought it would be. I often wonder, like, if we hadn't started the network, what our lives would be like right now. It turned it into a business rather than like a hobby.
Yeah.
And I had to step away from the CEO angle of it or running the business at all because I just don't know how, and I don't want to pretend like I do. I got really just overwhelmed by it all. But I love the network. I love the podcast we get to put on it. And I think it's a special place. I think like those podcasts that come to us, I'm always like, they're going to be happy and we want to make sure they're happy and, make it a place where everyone gets to be themselves and creative and not being like told what to do. Because I don't think like nowadays My Favorite Murder would be picked up on a big network. Like they'd make us change everything about it, or like I wouldn't be famous enough to like host a podcast. So we didn't want to do stuff like that to other people.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Well, and for years knowing creative people, working with creative people and being around creative people, it's like, you learn, what you like and that your taste is is good, and you watch, you know why something seems to be better than something else, and it's not just chance. It's not, you know what I mean? And it's not just surface. It's like, especially in podcasting, you have to be better, I think, and more entertaining and more compelling than the average person on TV, because there's no distraction. It's hyper focused on literally, this back and forth. So there is a little bit of the magical combination that Georgia and I knew simply by going, okay, we've done this. We see what's hit. We think we know why. And then, of course, I had a background in television where just like this used to be my job all the time, where you're trying to put ideas together and make that magical combination hit. And whether you do or not, it's a completely different business, and it's also a different science. So it's just like, okay, I had a little bit of that knowledge, but also all of it was a startup. And I mean, and that was kind of the spirit of it, which is just like, well, let's just see what's going to happen.
Yeah. And then giving, Paul Holes a platform every week to be his magical self.
Our pleasure.
I mean, thank you, sir.
What was that like approaching him? Because I feel like, the Golden State Killer getting caught was such a part of I was unfortunately at Margaritaville when both of you found out.
That's right.
But like, even just approaching him to start something and like, I feel like, he was probably used to that whole like TV world where it was very restrictive, and you were like, here's an opportunity to get to talk about the things that you want to talk about. Yeah,
thank God he was a very experienced talking head before we ever talked about him. But that, you're right, that kind of order of how it went, where it's like, Georgia and I, the Golden State Killer focus, he hadn't been renamed. Michelle McNamara came in. Her work, her book, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, her documentary, like all these things kind of happening together. Her very sudden, very shocking death. Yeah. And then within a year of that or so, that case gets solved. And it's like a case that had been so old, and I think nobody ever thought it was going to. And then suddenly it was like these changes, and it was very parallel to our experience, where it was like those kinds of watching that happen and change so quickly, where it's like, I never imagined this. Now we're dealing with it. Now we're in it. Yeah. And him. Then we got the craziest thing of all, which is the surprise of Paul Holes on the podcast. So that went great. And then it was like the second we all left that office, I was sending him an email that was like,
what do you want to do?
Yeah. You are not allowed to do a podcast anywhere else. It has to be with us. And he was like, I agree.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe there's another surprise we want to do with Paul Holes.
You have a Paul Holes surprise?
Oh my gosh.
Karen and Georgia. Sounds like you two have gotten yourselves into a bit of a pickle. Sounds like we need to have a conversation. It's going to be fun to see who flips on who. 10 years? Are you kidding me? I remember the first time I heard about you guys, and I had filmed a investigation discovery documentary on this unsolved Golden State Killer case. It's the one where they have me running in a creek like Forrest Gump. After it was released, the producer called me up and she says, Paul, you're not going to believe this. Karen and Georgia are talking about you. I was like, what? Yeah, on the podcast, My Favorite Murder. I know what you're talking about. As you know, I don't listen to podcasts, especially when I was still active. But obviously, fate ended up intervening, if you will. And I blame you two for what has happened. Very special memory is when I flew down to L.A. to be a surprise guest on your show. And I was hidden, in essence, in a closet at the studio where you were recording at the time. And then ultimately was shoved into the room in front of a microphone. And, I never had any experience talking into a microphone before, especially for something called a podcast. And, at the time, Karen, you and I sort of had a little bit of an online relationship going on. Kind of miss those days, but, Anyways, That was an amazing experience. And by the way, Karen, Georgia was in on it the entire time. I don't know if she's ever divulged that.
Did I tell you that? Oh my God.
She knew he was coming.
I knew it.
Thank you so much for all the support you've given me. Thank you for supporting Buried Bones. I think it's been way too long since we have sat down together, had a drink, and just caught up. And probably need to include Kate, because if we don't, she's going to kick my ass. And if she doesn't, our producer Alexis will definitely do that. 10 years. It's been an amazing 10 years. I'm looking forward to the next 10 years.
Please no.
Thank you again. And
Yeah.
SSDGF. You guys take care.
Oh my
gosh.
God.
So sweet.
Paul Holes was here. That was really lovely.
Do you know after we recorded that surprise appearance by him, we were all going to the Tam O'Shanter after to have lunch, and somehow he got put in the car with me, even though I was like, I can't drive anywhere with a cop. And he was like trying to chit chat with me the whole way, but I was like so focused on not like breaking the law, and I just kept going through my head of like all the things I've done that are illegal in my life. Just sitting next to, and he's like such a like stoic dude, you know. And I was just like, be cool, be fucking cool, be fucking cool. The minute we got to Tam, I was like, whiskey, please. Just like I can't be
funny.
alone in a car with Paul fucking Holes.
Also,
and like he's gorgeous too. That did not help.
He's a lovely man. This is the kind of lesson, as you well know, that we learned on the podcast all the time, which is you say one offhand thing because it feels like you're in a private conversation with your friend that, of course, a bunch of people are actually listening to. So, and that happened with a bunch of stuff. But with the Paul Holes thing, I was just like, there's hot guys talking about, whatever. And then I said he looked like the guy from Hunter. Right, yes. And then all of a sudden, my whole Twitter feed is like everybody adding me and talking about it. And then he came in. Then he was, and then people went crazy. And it was like the Hot for Holes movement starts. It was, and I'm just like sitting there looking at it like, again, we did not plan for this. We didn't do it on purpose. Yeah. And then there was like the people who were coming in going, he's married. Like, how dare you? Where I'm like, he's doing it too. We're like, it was just so surreal. Yeah,
it was an incredible moment.
Crazy.
Well, speaking of moments, should we get into our favorite episodes? Number 4?
Yeah.
Our favorite episodes?
Sure.
What's your favorite episode?
I mean, Mary Vincent.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that story has like stuck with me personally over the years. And I feel like it's one of those things anytime I've run into murderinos, besides before you started touring again, anytime I'd run into a murderino, they're like, when are Karen and Georgia going back on tour? But like, Mary Vincent's story is just,
that's the one I see. Yeah, I see that one mentioned like online more than any other one. Or like I listened to that and became a murderino. Like that's totally the one. So good job.
Oh, thank you kindly. I mean, honestly, the Anaheim deaths at Disneyland was just, it was unexpected and it's so fun as a prize for me because, it's a surprise for Georgia and I don't know the stories we're about to tell each other ever in 10 years. Yeah. We've never known. And so that one was like, because we were in Anaheim, it was like the people, the locals, the people who've had to deal with Disneyland or worked at Disneyland or know all that stuff. Yeah. And we were also in this funny little room that felt like a conference room at like the Hyatt that they had made into like a theater for us. Yeah. So at certain points, it was like rocking, literally like the room was rocking with like the back and forth of it all. And it was like that experience couldn't have happened in any other way without that story making it happen.
And I love that so much because, and I said this about hometowns recently too, so deaths at amusement parks have been an anxiety obsession of mine since I was a kid. Like I remember the first time I heard about someone dying on Space Mountain at Disneyland as a 6-year-old and being like, what the fuck? I need to know everything about this. So like this podcast that's true crime, and also with hometowns where it's like, I want to know what happened in your fucking neighborhood that you can't stop thinking about because shit happened in mine and I have not been able to stop thinking about them my whole life because I have anxiety, but also like, how could you, there's people who just go around places and not think about the worst things that could happen.
Right.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
So getting to do that story, so even though it's true crime, deaths at Disneyland, you wouldn't think goes along with that, and like getting to sit on stage and tell you and an like whole audience that are excited to hear about my biggest fears and share it and not be called names or not be like sent to rehab or whatever. Like it's just so fucking incredible and special. And then the hometowns too, where it's like I used to just ask random people once in a while what happened. Now we get like fucking inundated and I get to hear everyone's story and I just like, and that's my career.
Yeah.
And that's my life.
Yeah.
And that's why like I can like help my family with money, like is because of this. So that's just an incredibly special, amazing thing for me.
Yeah. It's just you think you're alone or you think you're different or weird. And then to have all these people be like, no, I had the exact same thought you had, or I had the exact same fear you have. And that idea of like when we're going through those deaths, and this is the misunderstanding that happens all the time. No one likes the death part.
Yeah, right.
That's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're basically talking about those things going, this happened. It's so awful. We're together. You're not alone reading this in the dark in your bed anymore. Like we somehow bridge this gap of that we didn't realize needed to be bridged so badly of like, we're going to talk about it together and it's going to have all the elements. It's not just jokes. It's not comedy the whole time. Yeah. It's comedy, tragedy, poignant moment, personal moment. Like it hits all those buttons and not consciously. It's just like, that's just kind of how we figured out how to do it.
Yeah. Well, and for you, are your favorite episodes of your own just the kind of rabbit holes you would have gone, or you feel like half the time you're like, well, I've already been reading about this for like a few weeks, like Typhoid Mary or like the Galapagos stories. That was like stuff that you were already interested, different plane crashes or bridge collapses or Mothman, like that just was stuff you both were already interested in.
I can't, when there is a day, like when we're going to record, and even when things have been so fucking stressful in our world and everything that's going on, and I go, I can't, in my mind, I think, I can't wait to tell Karen about this story. I can't, like, or I'm writing, putting the finishing touches on it and being like, oh, I can't, I'm going to add this because Karen's going to, like, when I'm excited to tell Karen a story, that's when I know it's going to be a good episode. And whether that's on stage or just here, I mean, that's when I know it's like, so even a cold case, I'd be like, okay, I have to make this cold case worth it to tell her or she's going to be pissed. So like, how do I make this the cold case story that Karen is like, okay hearing? Yeah. And that's when I know it's going to be like a good episode or a good story that I tell.
Yeah, we're each other's perfect audience. Yeah. Because then it's like, you're, come along with me where I bring you into my British Victorian 1800s thing that you don't care about, but I'm going to make you care about it.
And I do now. Yeah. I do. I mean, it is like, to be totally transparent, there have been times when we have not been getting along and then we'll record and I'll go, fuck, that's so special. Like, fuck, we're so good together. Yeah. And it's just like undeniable. And it just softens as part of you,
Also, to me, it's funny because I feel like the not getting along has always been, oh, are you having trouble doing your gigantic business with the person you met 4 months ago? Like every time I would be upset or frustrated or whatever, it would be like, who has ever done a situation like this well and gracefully the whole time and like with complete unity? It's like not getting along is how you get through a thing like that. And it's basically saying, I have, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. Can we get together and decide what's best for this third thing, which is not either of us, it's this thing.
Which we both fucking care about so much, and you can't fight over a thing you're both so passionate about. I do think both of us having older sisters was very fucking helpful.
Like the sister element was such a reoccurring theme. Yes. Both of you having older sisters.
I think it's a kismet thing for sure.
Special.
But it's also the worst version because no little sister wants to be older sistered by somebody else. Right. So we've gone through our whole lives being absolutely oppressed by our older sisters in some ways. And so then when you start hearing the older sister tone, which I know exactly how to copy my sister's voice, in that thing of like, it took me way too long to realize that's exactly what Georgia doesn't want to hear. So like, that's not going to convince her of anything. That's actually going to push her the other direction.
Right, or trigger me into like all my bad habits that happen when I get, sister.
Well, and also when it's like what we're fighting about is not who's going to drive to the party. Right. It's this thing that's highly impactful and there's all these people waiting to see and money and pressure and decisions. And it's like, and also we have to get through this. We have to get through
and
this.
And it doesn't matter how bad.
Every week,
every week
like,
we still have to come meet up on a Monday and fucking tell each other stories.
Do it.
That, like,
no, there was no Christmas or New Year's off. It was like back then you had to do a podcast every week.
Yeah.
There was no like summer off, like nothing.
Because the second you even got slightly popular, that's when people were like, I think we one time did it on a different day.
Yeah.
Well, because the Golden State Killer press conference.
Right.
We waited to in the morning.
Stephen knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Like that one very specifically, I remember because we were like, no, we should watch this.
Right.
And then we recorded it like around noon, and then I got it up like by 4 p.m. on a Thursday. But I mean, people
sure did hear about it.
No, there was back in the day, it was like if something was late or it was like, oh God, what's happening? Are they okay? Can we do a wellness check? Like,
yes. It would be me and you talking at 7:30 in the morning because I'd look at Twitter and people would be like, I don't know, it's my automatic thing or whatever. And then I'd be like, Steven, did something bad happen? Like first
like,
watch
I fell
was
asleep
up.
at the computer.
By the time I woke up at 11 o'clock in the morning, you guys would have fixed it for me. So I don't care.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, I just woke up. What's happening?
Oh my
and
gosh.
then the fighting began.
Well, but again, no physical violence. I can confirm. That's a secret.
Thankfully,
No
no.
hair pulling, no nothing.
Never, ever.
We've always been able to come back to our senses in some way.
I've broken some of her shit secretly.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I come home and all the mirrors in my house are broken. This is crazy.
Well, I mean, we're counting down. We're at 3,
right.
and I feel like the catchphrase is, the MFMism, stay sexy. Like, at what point do you remember, like, when people were, like, saying things back at you? Were you surprised by, like, what the stuff was that people were, like, fuck politeness, the things they were catching on? Or was it, like...
that we'd end up putting on a T-shirt?
Yeah.
I do remember the first time someone ever yelled, stay sexy at me out of a car in San Francisco on hate. Like in the, maybe Vince and I had just gotten married or like for some reason we were in Northern California and some fucking girl yelled, stay sexy driving by. And I just screamed, and don't get murdered, like in the middle of a fucking like public place. So like it is still a little bit like you kind of have to whisper it, because it sounds crazy. Like this girl at a gym recently who worked there who was so lovely. She was like helping me like cancel my membership because I don't go to the
I was going to say, what do you mean you're at the gym?
I was canceling my membership that I had paid for 6 months and never gone to. And she was so lovely and sweet. And on the way out, she was like, stay sexy. It's like, God damn it. Why didn't you tell me at the beginning? But I had to yell, don't get murdered at a gym.
Yeah.
So that's all.
But that's a great like final line.
Yeah.
Be like, and bye, you guys. You will not see me back here.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I've told this story a million times, but it really was very affecting because having already lived in Los Angeles, trying to make it in Los Angeles for at that point 15 years or more, and getting my nails done in Silver Lake near the 99-cent store. And it was that kind of thing where it's like, I always feel so self-conscious getting my nails done where I'm like, here, like it, whatever.
Duck,
Fix me, make me look pretty.
And like in the middle, she was done, but I was in the middle, and this girl just walked up and went, stay sexy, and ran, and truly, literally ran out. Like I was going to be like, shut the fuck up. And then I was like, this is perfect because no, people don't yell at me. They're always like, I know you don't want to talk to me, and run away. And I'm like, whatever I've done to make it be like this is my dream come true. I get all the glory, but it's all real quiet, not embarrassing.
And I think that was so cool about the book too, is that we got, because every chapter is one of our things that for some reason people held on to, like fuck politeness and stay out of the forest. And so like getting to write a chapter about what that means to us was so cool. because there are a lot of them that, we don't even know they're a thing until someone else makes art about it.
Yeah. The art that someone made for Live, Laugh, Learn to Levitate, that was the first one. It was on the Facebook page.
Yes,
R.I.P. Stephen. You did a lot of hard work for that Facebook page.
Oh, God.
But the person who made it, it was this beautiful, very modern looking, very aesthetic Live, Laugh, Learn to Levitate. Where when I first looked at it, I was like, what's this? And then it's like, oh my God, that's George's quote. And it made me laugh so hard because they did that. Like, it's this goofy quote that makes no sense on a thing that looks like it's supposed to be.
Like you'd buy at Home Goods or something.
Yes, exactly. And then it's like, oh
Marshalls.
my God, these people get it. They get it like down to the bone.
They have a sense of humor.
They're so funny.
Yeah.
They're so...
and talented.
Yeah.
Like,
great.
What a combination.
Even like Stay Safe, Do God's Missions. I feel like that became such a fun... Like hearing people, like whenever we'd hear people telling
we see that all the time. It's like folklore almost. Like, what is the folklore that's come out of this podcast? And it's like kind of just, we wouldn't know what it is just talking about it unless someone made a fucking shirt out of it.
Yes, that's right. And also just... because you can have Christians involved in this podcast.
Right.
You wouldn't think you could, but you just SSDGM in a different way. You stay saved and you do God's missions.
Do you remember the first time we saw Nick Terry? It was either, I'm trying to remember, it was either Cocaine Bear or, Swiss Cheese Pervert.
You were in it, right? Like,
there's the Greenland Shark. Like, there was
I think it was the Swiss Cheese Pervert.
Yes, it was. Yeah,
it was a
I think
Swiss Cheese Pervert.
Because it was so funny.
It was, I was speechless. I mean, I still am. Every time I see one now, I'm like he makes me feel so funny when I watch.
I know.
Like, he makes me like, wow, I'm like, I say funny shit just because Nick Terry puts, hilarious animation to whatever dumb stuff we say.
We really lucked out with Nick Terry and his ability and willingness, basically, to do this with us. And he has done it for so long now.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, you guys go look up MFM Animated. It is just
joyful.
It's joyful.
Yeah. I feel like he captures, though, even though, again, they weren't video podcasts at that time, like the one learning about the snakes in the walls, and he drew you, Karen, like being like, oh, and I'm like, that's what you were doing on the couch. Like,
he's somehow so, like, even Vince's beard colors are so spot on. I definitely want to get a tattoo of Vince as Nick Terry's MFM Animated.
That's a great idea.
Couples tattoos of each other.
All the way down your ribs.
How would that be?
That's
hot.
hot.
Or they got Elvis, MFM Animated Elvis.
Also, just the random story, but of the girl that was going into the candy shop who ends up going like this. It's like the way he did it. You just have to see it. It's just magical and so fun because being a stand-up comic from the 90s, I was raised to at least act like I hated everything I did and judge it, and you couldn't ever be braggy. That was the worst thing in the world. And just being like this, it's like, Nick Terry did it, I didn't do it.
Right.
So just like, watch this, it's so good, but it's really
it's not really
me.
you, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. He did it.
I mean, you brought up Elvis, but I mean, MFM Pets, number 2, MFM Pets. I mean, it's a real menagerie.
I mean,
you both have had over the years.
That's right.
It's so crazy that is a part of the podcast, like Elvis meowing at the end of the episodes. That was like, I don't know, a couple episodes in even.
Yeah.
It was just kind of an accidental thing because we needed a funny button at the end of a depressing thing.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like it's kind of a thing now to have your pet as part of the podcast.
Yeah.
But I just have always loved hearing him meow. And I was like, let's end on this thing that makes me happy.
Yeah.
But then all our pets now, like I have so much fan art of my animals and like it brings me so much fucking joy.
Yeah.
We have had so many beautiful renderings of our animals or hilarious renderings. I just remembered there was one I wanted to get a picture of and I didn't, which is Frank and Blossom currently. Oh my God. There's that. The 2 bottom ones I have on my shelves in the front room.
I have those on my wall.
I mean, it's gorgeous. That's like, there's people that would pay $1,000 for that. And we just had someone bring them to us.
It's the
priceless.
look of like that is what Mimi, that's the face she makes. It's not just like a calico cat. That's fucking Mimi.
That literally is Mimi all mad.
And then George.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
I know. It's so crazy. And also then to have this gorgeous artwork of a dog that like, that's the thing about pets. They're
special,
It's special and it's short term. And to have something like that in cartoon version, in all these versions and people being like, here, this matters to you and this is a thing I can do. Like,
Yeah, these were like dolls almost.
This is from Mighty Pigeon, who was like an early art, My Favorite Murder.
2017, 2016.
Very early.
Like just bringing it so hard.
Yeah, those were amazing.
I mean, I would get that tattooed if I were a tattooed person. There was one I'd love to. I said once that Elvis's head smelled like a library book, and so I loved the smell of his head. Which now I look back and it's like probably just cat litter smell. But someone drew a picture of Elvis, Elvis with this one
that's gorgeous.
This is actually huge, and it's all made out of like paper mache. Those are all pieces of paper.
Wow.
From like a magazine.
That's incredible. We'll put all of these names on social media so that everyone gets their gets credit.
On social media. That is up like when you walk in my front door. That is front and center.
I mean, gorgeous art. That's the other thing. It's like it truly is this gorgeous artwork.
I didn't think I'd ever be able to like have so much art on my walls, and it's all like it's all
pets,
murderino stuff.
When we were like, oh yeah, we should show all of the artwork that we have at home. I was thinking in my head, it was like, oh, those two like illustrations of them, and there's like two more. There's like 11. I have so much of it around my house.
Same.
Yeah, it's really good. Wait, are there more? Can we look at more?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what does it say? Can you read the inscription?
I love you now. Fuck off. That is like, what?
So much dude.
It truly looks like that's coming up next.
Totally.
George and Frank.
Yes.
I would watch that cartoon.
Right? So good.
Any more? Oh,
yes.
Dottie. This is from Scarlet River. She is so I also have a plate that like a Victorian plate that she wrote fuck politeness on in my bathroom of all places. But this picture of Dottie that she painted is
the cutest.
I just stare at it sometimes. It makes me so happy.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh, and then that's a pillow of Dottie that someone gave me. And this adorable drawing of Dottie. Somehow Dottie is like super photogenic.
She is.
For art. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's really good.
Oh, the queen.
Oh, this series, this is the one that's on my dad's refrigerator. And it looks like Frank smoking a cigar. And it's such beautiful, I think it's watercolor.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's incredible.
I love it.
Like watercolor's the hardest.
Yes.
Wow. Look at them all together.
I know.
You think they'd get along?
No. Well,
here in the studio,
if
just
George was alive, no.
Is there one of Blossom and Mo, just so we can make sure that the new ones get a shout out too?
I don't know. I don't have one of Blossom.
Yeah,
because I forgot to take the picture of the one.
Is there one though?
It's Blossom and Frank here, and then George is in the middle wearing a halo.
Oh, stop it.
And it's like, and they have really funny eyes that are very accurate. Like Blossom's eyes looks like she's panicking.
Yeah.
And then Frank's kind of like eye roll.
Do you think it also made people want to share pet stories? Because I feel like that was so fun. And I think, between the most heartbreaking and harrowing tales in the hometowns, we'd get pet hero stories.
Yes.
And then you got a lot of Penny Lane art too, right?
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Penny Lane.
Yeah. I mean, they're all hanging out having martinis up there.
That's right.
Sounds great.
George is trying to eat Penny Lane as we speak. She's not a friendly dog. She's not a nice dog.
I think we're at number 1.
Oh my God.
I mean, obviously, the Murderinos. Number 1, the Murderino community. Come on.
Come on.
Hell yeah. That's it.
We would not be anywhere without the people that not only listen to this podcast, but cared enough to send us that stuff, be on that Facebook page every single morning,
right?
Posting memes. I mean,
come to the live shows. I have people have asked me do you get weird experiences with weird fans or whatever? And I'm like, knock on wood, maybe shouldn't be saying this. I have never fucking not felt awesome after meeting a person who comes up to me in public. And
100%.
It's never been anything but fucking cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever experience this where somebody says hi and you're like, do I know you?
Yeah.
I know the look now. Do you know the look?
A little bit, but I have to say this. This was really embarrassing. Over Christmas break, I went into a store and it was freezing cold, as it's been. So in some other store, I bought a stocking cap and put it on, folded it up because I was freezing. And then I went into the next store and I was like, I think they listen to the podcast, and we're talking, and then whatever, and then I go home and I go into the bathroom, and my stocking cap was standing up,
like
and
a hat in the cat in the hat.
Yes, it was the tallest hat. So it was like I walked into the store like, "Hey, can I get a?" It was Ray's Deli. I was ordering a sandwich, and I was like, "Oh, this person knows who I am," and it's like, no, they don't. Just the tallest stocking hat, like
love that.
a turkey sandwich and a whatever.
I mean,
you can tell though, like
well, I was going to say I like the experience, and I feel like the relationship you've built with people when you were both like on a flight, like waiting to leave somewhere, and some people took a selfie and like with you behind, and you took a selfie back. Like, just come and say hi. Like, don't be weird.
We commented
I feel like
on
you put people at ease all the time. Like, no, we like the same stuff. We're passionate about the same things. Let's just like gab about that for 5 minutes. You know,
when this stops happening, that's the problem. When people are like, "I'm so sorry to bother you," I'm like, "You're not fucking bothering me. Like, I'm here because of you. I have what I have because of you." It's just
Yeah, it's not like we were two young actresses on a hit sitcom or something like that. It's like we, first of all, worked for years trying to get to a place like this. Totally. Both of us. And then got it. And then I think very much kept each other aware of what we had and how lucky we were to have it. And like, I think that piece, I'm grateful to you for keeping the gratitude kind of like front and center, because that piece of it really is like, if you just start believing that we somehow figured out something, that's crazy, because it came as surprisingly and as kind of like a wave. It wasn't our doing. We were doing this thing over here, and they showed up, assembled themselves, started doing subgroups. Oh, we're murderinos that also have really bad allergies or whatever the fuck. And people basically organize themselves.
Meet up later after shows. Totally. Now are friends for life. People are best friends because of after shows.
Right.
And they say like in the comments, like, I feel like we all accomplished this together. And it totally does feel like that. Like we're all a little like 10 years because it's all of ours. It's not, we're not actresses. We didn't get cast to do this. And then people come up to us and they say, I feel like I know you. And I'm always like, you fucking do. Because we've told you literally everything about ourselves. Like,
there's nothing worse than telling a story. I told Allison and Nicole a story today. And as I was telling it, I was like, but you both know that because I've told this on the show before.
Right.
Where it's like, I literally have about 17 stories. And I've told them all on this goddamn podcast.
You know what gives me away every time? Having a really tall husband. People see him and go, oh. And then they're like I get noticed because I have a really tall husband with a distinctive beard and everything. Like I saw Vince and then I saw you. I knew you were there. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
But it's that, and you can see the face. There's a face. They make this face. And then
because it's podcasting, so it's not like they recognize you immediately.
Right. Yeah. And then you go, hi, there's been half as many times as someone comes up to me, I've said to them, like, hi, I've initiated it because I can tell. Or they have a shirt, a My Favorite Murder shirt on or something like that.
And because you don't wear tall hats. So you know for a fact that's what the face is.
Right.
I'll doubt it for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I can't believe it.
Stephen, what's your favorite memory? Do you have a favorite memory?
I don't know. I mean, I think just having a space where I feel like being trusted so much. I mean, the idea that it was the three of us, and it was like, you let me edit this show and then put it out without anyone else looking at it. Was like a lot of trust. Like I'm really grateful for that. I feel like it really, again, I feel like I've learned so much from the both of you, and like that's stuff that sticks with me even now. Like that's a confidence boost. Hey, by the way, we're going to put this out to 1 million people. Like, I think you'll do all right.
We got it. Yeah. We got this.
Well, thank you. It is funny. What we were saying before you got here, like you did actually experience all of this, the craziness in the beginning with us. It's like us and you and Vince are the only people who were like going, all of us were like, what's happening? What is this? Yeah. It's a very like small little special group that will never, no one will ever be able to understand
20th
fully.
Reunion, 30th reunion. We'll put the streamers up. We'll do prom photos.
Steven, edit that out, please, right
Steven!
now.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for being here, Stephen.
I was
love
so
you,
happy.
Stephen.
I'm so grateful you guys asked me back.
We couldn't do it without you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You gave it your all and then some, and we'll always be so grateful for the job you did for us.
Thank
really.
you. And now I go back into my slumber for another 17 years.
Right. We'll call you when we need you.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
10 years ago, no one in America knew what a skin barrier was.
It's time to take care of your skin with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one.
Formulated with 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide to provide long-lasting hydration and 12-hour oil control. I've been using CeraVe for over a decade, I would think. And now it's getting super trendy. And I don't know why, it just makes me proud that something I've used for so long is cool on socials now. But it really does work. And that's why it's been around so long.
No matter your skin type or concern, CeraVe has facial cleansers perfect for you and your skin barrier.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
Stephen
Ray Morris.
What a special moment that was.
That was really like old home week.
I love that.
And also him being here made me remember things that I haven't thought of in so long.
And he remembered way more than I do.
I know. Yeah, he had a different point of view.
Yeah. That's so awesome. Should we do our last segment? We were going to do something called Then and Now.
So basically, because it's been 10 years, and people have been doing this in the emails that they've been sending us for hometowns and stuff, where basically we've been talking about how it's been 10 years and like what's changed.
Yeah.
So we asked people to send in basically what their life has been like these past 10 years.
Yeah. Where were you then when you started listening, and where are you now?
Yeah. You want to go first?
Sure. This is from Calpy on Instagram. Then single, struggling, static. Now blossoming, living, and married to the man I met at 50.
Ooh.
I know.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that sweet?
This one's from Elastomom417, and it says, I was in cancer treatment when I found you in 2016. Now I'm 10 years cancer-free.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fucking incredible.
That must have been so fucking scary. And it's like to be able to report that news. I hope that felt great, Elastomom.
Oh, my God. Marissa Rebus says, I was 21 getting out of a toxic relationship. Now I'm 27, married, and a professor.
Oh, my God.
You became a professor. in the time you
Marissa's
listened to us?
No, I was a professor the whole time.
Oh, right. That's true.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. This one's from Ann MWM Son. Mm-hmm. And it says, I was a polite 40-year-old then. Now I'm a 50-year-old who regularly fucks politeness.
Yes.
Great.
Love it. Zella Kell says, D1 listener. D1 listener.
Yay.
It says grad school, forensic scientist for military, biologist at CDC now.
Whoa.
We have a friend at the CDC.
We've got an insider at the CDC.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yes. This is from Kirsty JC5, and it says, I was starting a new scary male-dominated work industry. Now I'm thriving in the industry.
Fuck yes.
Hell yes. Rodeo clown.
Do we have any rodeo clowns that listen?
Please write in.
If
you do.
S. Rapperkins something says, I was 16 years old, just starting community college. Now I'm 26-year-old professional ASL interpreter.
Whoa.
We have smart listeners.
Yeah, we do. This is from bird.soph, and it says, in 2016, I was a sophomore in high school. Now I teach sophomores.
Oh my God.
What a turn.
Full circle.
Always in sophomore year, though. Nightmare.
Maybe the worst year, arguably.
Actually, well, hopefully be nice to those sophomores.
Okay. This is from Carolyn Marie S. She says, skinny dipping in my college apartment's pool versus drinking wine while hiding from my kids.
This one is Christina K, I think. Mm-hmm. And it says, in a cult versus not in a cult. What a change.
Were you in a cult at any point listening to this podcast? Write to us at myfavoritemurder@gmail.com. We need to know everything.
Please tell us everything. We'll do a crossover with Trust Me.
That's right. My last one could have been written by me. It's by Wee Amy. And it says, then normal, now perimenopausal as hell.
Yep.
Same.
Mine last one is Braden Arski. And it says, single, broke, unhappy. Now I'm still broke. Not as unhappy, LOL.
Oh, good.
We're not looking for huge changes.
No. You don't have to do jack shit in 10 years.
No. We
just survive.
Yeah. And survive with us.
Yeah. And, just basically listen to our tagline and try to do that.
That's true. We have our own then and now.
Oh, yeah.
Our then and now is that then we were two gals in an unconditioned apartment.
Unair conditioned or with unconditioned hair?
With unconditional love in our hearts. And
no makeup, don't care about what I'm wearing, or a lot of house dresses. Oh my God, there's the picture.
There we are. That is truly what it looked like and felt like to record.
Literally.
At George's apartment.
I think that the thing behind me that looks like a big machinery thing is a portable air conditioner that I tried to get to work, but I had a sliding glass door so it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And it was too loud to use during the fucking recording anyways.
So you just put your shorts on and you said, let's do this thing.
I used to be able to record in house clothes, and I do miss that. Just a lot of ass and a lot of feet going on, and a lot of cheekbone from Karen.
That's right. I wasn't afraid to suck my cheeks in and take a selfie every once in a while. So that was us then.
Yeah.
Now we're here, and the exciting thing is we're on Netflix.
We're on fucking Netflix.
This podcast, as a video podcast, is going to be on Netflix.
It's now exclusively on Netflix. It happened really fast, so I didn't really have a lot of time to absorb it. And I was like, oh, our video's moving to Netflix. Nothing is really changing that much. But the amount of people I got that I know that reached out that were like, Netflix, and this is just like, oh, we're just moving to Netflix. It's Netflix.
It's the only thing my dad watches. It's a very big deal. He might actually pay attention to the show from now on.
My stepdad sent me a photo of the graphic of us on Netflix, which he's never done. I didn't even know he knew how to do that.
So we're not going to be changing at all, audience.
No.
That was a joke about being on camera for Netflix.
What if I just flashed my tits?
Well, we're very happy to be here, and thank you to our listeners for getting us here and for being with us while we got here.
Yeah, we couldn't have done it without you. We appreciate you guys so fucking much.
So do us a favor and stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
This has been an Exactly Right production.
Our senior producer is Molly Smith, and our associate producer is Tessa Hughes.
Our editor is Aristotle Acevedo.
This episode was mixed by Liana Squilacci.
Our researchers are Mary McGlashan and Allie Elkin.
Email your hometowns to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
And follow the show on Instagram at myfavoritemurder.
Listen to My Favorite Murder on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Or you can watch us on YouTube. Search for My Favorite Murder, then like and subscribe. Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Calling all amateur detectives and podcast obsessives.
Virgin Voyage's second true crime voyage sets sail March 20th, 2027 for a 5-night escape to Grand Turk and the Beach Club at Bimini.
As part of the On Air at Sea collection, this immersive sailing brings together fan-favorite podcasts, including Disgraceland, Buried Bones, and Wisecrack, for live recordings, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive meet and greets, and crime-themed programming that you won't find anywhere else.
All aboard our award-winning, kid-free ships.
Head over to virginvoyages.com/truecrime to secure your spot.
Goodbye.
I'm Nancy Glass, host of the Burden of Guilt Season 3 podcast. This is a story about a horrendous situation that destroyed 2 families. It's a scorched earth war that shows just how far someone will go to get what they want.
Cindy said I had to choose between the truth and my family, and I had to choose the truth.
Listen to Season 3 of Burden of Guilt on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.